Hi everybody, this is Ryan and lesson 12 of working with JavaScript. In this lesson we're going to be learning how to break out of a loop and how to continue inside of a loop. So this would work for either while loops or for loops, but I'm going to do it with a for loop. So in my external JavaScript I have a standard for loop which we learned about earlier, and this for loop is going to number from 1 to 10 with spaces in between each of the numbers. Okay, so let's start with a break. If I had an if statement inside my for loop, I could say if x is equal to 4, open curly brackets, and I could say break. So remember, break means exit. So it would exit from the for loop itself and continue after the last curly bracket of the for loop. So now we only number up to 4 because of the if statement. When x reaches 4, the program will terminate, or at least the for loop will terminate. Silly example, because we could have just looped up to 4 in the first place and then we wouldn't have even needed the break. But just to illustrate the point that you could create an alternative exit strategy from the loop just using an if statement and the break statement. Instead of the break statement, you could also use the continue statement, although this serves a different purpose. For example, if I said if x is equal to 4 or x is equal to 7, continue. I would then move that if statement above where I'm outputting the value of x. So what continue does is, if this condition is met, in other words, if x is a 4 or a 7, continue means jump back to the top of the for loop and continue with the next iteration of the loop. So it will never ever get to the point of outputting the value to the block, to the div. So now you can see it prints out 1, 2, 3, but 4 is missing. 5, 6, and 7 is missing. 8, 9, and 10. So continue can be very useful to skip certain steps of the loop. And that ends our lesson on the break and the continue statement.